But the end that I thought was done for Goonies is not the end, because everybody, there's something going on now. Goonies 2 might be coming. So can we talk about that in our featured story of that night? Hey, you guys! So I don't know if I really believe this yet, but I have heard rumblings about this movie for a long, long time. And, you know, Corey Feldman came forward multiple times, being like, we're working on it. We're talking about like a year ago or something like that, he said. But now there's a report coming out that Goonies 2 is moving forward, hopefully to be released by 2026, 2027. That's the idea, bringing back as much of the original cast as they can. Now, think about this. Like, most of the cast have still been doing stuff. We talk about Josh Brolin, not the biggest part of Goonies, but still very substantial name that was in this as well. On top of, look at the whole cast here. Sean Astin, I love Sean Astin. If you don't know Sean Astin, of course he's from Goonies, of course he's from Rudy, and he was in Lord of the Rings, and he's a big part of SAG-AFTRA. He's on the board. Amazing human being. One shout out to him because he's always fighting for the people out there. He really is. I love him. He's great. Corey Feldman too, fighting for this. Jeff Cohen, Ke Kwan. Oh my God, Ke Kwan, the renaissance he's had for his career. If you can bring him back, but they're saying that the ideas are endless. There's no plot, there's no script. Their ideas, they're supposed to get their team together by this coming summer to start writing and developing and then start shooting. So endless opportunity. Yes, what do you do? Like Goonies kids. The thing about this is I would watch this. I'm a Goonies kid, guys. I love the Goonies. I remember being a kid watching this on a VHS tape that got ran out, like barely saw, you know, it gets like static and shit after a long time. It's not playing too well on that VCR. Probably last long on that VCR actually ran. I'm about it. I love it. But I would say this though. It's like, it was such a good movie to be its own little world. You know, we had the Truffle Shuffle. It all worked at that time. It was a movie of its periods. It's a kids coming of age movie that has only influenced multiple kids coming of age movies. We had that Star Wars show coming out. That's pretty much Goonies in space. We had Super 8. Super 8 was like Aliens, but meets Goonies. Stranger Things. Right? You were in that, Mike?
Yeah.
Stranger Things too. I think that's good, but I don't know if we necessarily need this. I would watch it. If you can find a way to bring this cast back together, fucking go for it. And I think it's good. It's good nostalgia bait. It is. But what do? Is there another treasure you go out and find? Maybe. One Eye Willie's gone. You know, we're like, what are these kids do? Go back to this hometown. It worked for Beetlejuice. Maybe there's a story here. I mean, I would be there because I love this, and I'll be there in the theaters. I just think a lot of people probably wouldn't gravitate this unless it's like a reboot. But it's not going to be a reboot. Angela, what do you think? Are you a Goonies fan? And do you think there's a world that we can make this work to be a sequel after so long?
I love the Goonies. The movie was just on the other day. It was, I mean, it's always like, I love that movie. It's like just it's our cult classic, right, from the 80s.
So good.
I mean, I'm a fan for it. I think it'd be interesting to see what they choose to do. I know everybody's, you know, more mature now. So that might be interesting in terms of how they're going to like shape a storyline for this, like what they might do. I mean, kind of like what you said, I think piggybacking off that, it's like maybe, I mean, could we do without it? Probably. I mean, there's never anything really better than the original. I mean, sometimes there is, but I mean, can you kind of agree with me, you guys? There's not really. Yeah. I mean, the original is the original. Like, it's just, I mean, they're kids. It kind of gives that, you know, like, it's like back in that day when, like, you know, like It came around and it was, I mean, that's a scarier, completely different storyline.
I associate those movies too for some reason, Angela.
They do too. It's a group of kids. They all have a different, you know, they're all different backgrounds and they have different things going on, but then they all come together for a common purpose.
An adventure underground.
Yeah, a little adventure underground. And I mean, it's the Goonies. I mean, I love it. I want to see what happens. Like, it's such a great, this is a great clip. I love it. I know, like that's my excitement actually right there. You're portraying it perfectly.
I don't know if he's in a club or if he's falling right now.
What do you guys think? What?
I don't know if he's in a club or if he's falling right now. I can't really tell. It could be a club.
He's dropping it like it's hot.
Whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, who do you think's going to come in and direct this puppy?
Yeah, because Richard Donner passed away. Unfortunately, did the original too. Maybe Mel Gibson can take over because he's taking over Lethal Weapon for him too. I know nobody wants to. I don't think we want to see that. I mean, it might be interesting.
Right. No, I mean that would be interesting. I don't really know if I want Mel Gibson, but
Sean Levy. Give me Sean Levy.
There's a lot of greats, you know. Like I always think of like John Hughes. Those are like my classic. He's like my favorite directors of all time. But
totally
love John Hughes.
Yeah, like.
And plus, he gets the '80s world too.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, I'm nostalgic for. I'm an '80s lover through and through. So all of John Hughes, love everything. That's obviously different, but Spielberg. I mean, I don't know. Spielberg.
It'd be weird to throw like the Duffer Brothers in on this one, and have the Duffer Brothers do it because they did Stranger Things, and they kind of get kind of
wow
kids thing. Would that be,
Rick Bryan? Yeah, that's the vibe is right there.
The sweet spot. That makes sense. I would say that's a good. That'd be a good way to go. Bring them in.
Fun.
Yeah. And get some, fresh.
Lexi says not down.
Somebody a little bit. I mean, granted, they've been with dealing with this with Stranger Things, but it would be cool to have them on here.
Yeah, they're running up that hill.
Wasn't that crazy that the song just went like skyrocketed? I mean, it made a whole resurgence.
I called that. I got so into Kate Bush the year before that happened. I was like, Kate Bush is good. Everybody's sleeping on it.
Yes, today. I mean, like she's on my regular playlist.
Oh, she's incredible. The drama is through the roof.
Yeah.
Take it over.
I'm sorry. I'll stop saying.
Jumping off that building.
Jumping off that job.
Oh my God. This isn't even a Friday show.
It's not even a Friday show. Nope.
I don't know. Is it a Friday show, GR?
Yeah, GR, what do you think? Are you running up that hill for this? Do you want to see this Goonies
Ryan, I took my son to see the movie. He loved it. It was cute.
So good. It's so good, GR. Come on. It's not just cute. It's a good movie, GR. You know it's a good movie.
I didn't say it was bad. I was almost in my 40s by the time this thing came out, Brian.
Oh, that's true. So you can still appreciate it in your 40s, GR.
He loved it.
That's still young.
I didn't dislike it. It's just like,
Got One Eye Willie, GR? Come on, man.
Oh, Willie, yeah. Wait, what was the guy's name? What was Baby Ruth? What was his name?
Sloth.
Sloth, yeah.
Sloth. Yeah.
Guys.
Let's say potentially a problematic depiction in 2024.
Yeah, it's definitely problematic now, I would say.
Oh my God, you know who can play Sloth? Harvey Weinstein. I just figured it out.
There it is.
That's
what do you think, GR?
I like that casting.
In the Weinstein biopic.
Maybe like CGI, the eyeball coming down more on his, couple snaggle teeth.
Yeah, barely any CG and you're there.
Right, yeah. You don't even need to touch the CG, really.
He rocked that Superman shirt like the best he could. I'm saying he was great. I loved it.
I think I tried for the first time a Baby Ruth after seeing that movie.
They weren't bad. I mean, I haven't had one in years.
Weren't bad.
1980.
They're great.
What year was the Goonies again? 1980.
Yeah.
85. 85. Yeah.
85?
Yeah.
Wow. All right, Mike. You got to get in there, man. Give me your Goonies knowledge. Tell me, are you excited about Goonies 3?
I've been exploding during all these takes. I didn't want to cut anybody off. I feel so strongly about this. I didn't come around to the Goonies, Brian, until I was an adult, until I had been dating my wife for...
Seriously?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably within the first year, she was like, oh, because it's one of those movies that people have incredibly fond thoughts towards, because it's kids adventuring on their lonesome. And this is the important thing, Brian, and this is what I loved as a child. The kids swear.
They do.
So you're not talking down to the children. You're reaching out to them and saying, we respect that you have the intellect to process these naughty words. I don't know. I felt respected. I felt incredibly respected when I heard kids swear. But okay, so it's going to be impossible to recreate, Brian. I'm looking at so Chris Columbus. You guys mentioned John Hughes. Chris Columbus is another massive, massive name in 80s movies for writing and directing. I'm looking through his other credits. Boom, Gremlins, The Goonies, Young Sherlock Holmes.
Great movies. I love Monster Squad too, Lexi.
Gremlins terrified me though, Brian. I mean, I was still scared of those things. I was still checking under my bed, in my closet, and every single game in my parents' left.
And it was scary.
I know, right?
They're trying to do more Gremlins too.
What?
They're trying to do a Gremlins 3 too. That's been in development too. Gremlins 3. Ever since that Mogwai cartoon did really well. It did really well. The Max, the Mogwai.
I gotta watch that.
I love Mogwai. It's like my favorite.
Really well.
I mean, Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda totally stole.
Baby Yoda, yeah.
Totally stole the Gizmo vibe.
Mandalorian. I love Baby Yoda. Like, even though, I was obsessed with I'm obsessed with Baby Yoda. I'm obsessed with Gizmo is like I'm not like the Gremlins are cool, but they scare me still. I don't know what it is. If it's dark, I'm still looking under the couch.
I'm going to get you.
I'm going to get you. Seriously,
Yeah.
Gremlins 2 was a little softer for the kids.
Yeah, I mean that vegetable one, all the weird, like how they have the weird.
That is nightmare fuel, isn't it? Now that I think about it,
I like the new batch.
I was dreaming about that sexy gremlin. With them DSLs.
Oh boy!
Come on!
All right, Mike, you're out of here.
Oh, geez, that's a first.
I love the intellectual one. He's like, let me tell you about what we're doing now. And he's like, let's just get animals. And he's like going through the whole thing and he's on the air. I'm like, that was smart. That was funny. I know it didn't do as well, but I love Gremlins. And I love Goonies. I just think Goonies is a fun adventure flick about some kids coming together from all different walks of life and finding some treasure, And it was just fun. And I just think this could be fun again, but we are kind of been influencing a lot of projects beyond this, and maybe that's been good enough for years. But if the gang wants to come back together, and Ki-Hee Wan wants to get all those gadgets going, him and his kid, that could be kind of fun. And Sean asked,
he's so cool. He's so great, and
he's so great.
I loved his Oscar speech. Like that was so humbling and sweet, and just nice to see. Guy. I know, don't you? You love him. He's great, and he was just such a what was it? What movie was that again? Everywhere.
Everything, everywhere, all at once.
Yeah, everything, all at once. I mean, that everybody got had so many nominations and wins. Yeah, but he was so perfect.
Michelle Yeoh was awesome too. Like their chemistry was so good, and I just think that what they did with that Jamie Lee Curtis was amazing. And that again, he was saying how there's no roles for him for years as a kid. That's why he stopped.
He was so sad. Now, it's just kind of like a bit, we talk about this stuff, and the diversity push now has changed everything, right? Within how SAG and all that stuff that happens. So everything's kind of changed now, where there has to be, we're pushing that now into films. If you have to have, we didn't see this however many years ago, right? Like within at least the last decade, it wasn't really this massive integration of different ethnicities, and you know what I mean? It was very, it was pretty singular. I think a lot of times, the same people were getting the same, accolades and getting same nomination, same people. You know what I mean? It's always been like this. It just kind of is nice to see a fresh perspective and new people coming in and getting, basically, these talented people coming in and getting awarded for what they deserve. I think, and it's just nice to see that happening now. So,
yeah.
That's my take. I'm glad that he's here. He's awesome. I can't wait to see what he does in this film. Good. Yeah.
And Jack, you're right. The remakes probably can't get the original actors back a lot of times. And after so long too, sometimes, people disappear, they stop acting, they pass away. A lot of things can go, happen. So, but I think
Feldman will be there.
Corey Feldman will be there. He was talking about that on Facebook like a year ago, like I was saying. He was like, let's do this right now. Corey Feldman's like, I am ready. Let's rock and roll. I mean, good for him. I'm happy he's still freaking kicking that guy. He's gone through a lot of shit.
I have a lot of respect for Corey Feldman, honestly. I'm happy he's still around. I would be. It's just seeing him in this project would make me want to see it more for sure.
Well, because think about how like all of his friends and stuff. He lost a lot of friends growing up in that time. Yeah, like River Phoenix
brave,
too.
Man.
Being brave.
He stepped up. He spoke out, dude. He's a predecessor to like the whole Me Too movement, to Harvey Weinstein getting kicked out, pulling that shit out of the organizations.
Yeah.
Like,
ending it.
I think it takes an incredible person. So I'm in awe of him a little bit.
Me too. I'm excited about this. I think this is potential. I think it's potential. GR to be there opening day. GR will be there with his popcorn bucket, his Goonie popcorn bucket that'll be like Sloth holding a ship. That's what it'll be. Sloth holding a ship, and it'll be full of popcorn.
Sean will be in it. Chunk.
I think so. Yeah, he's selling real estate these days. He'll be there.
Yeah, he's like an entertainment lawyer now.
Yeah, is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah, he's an entertainment lawyer. Yeah.
Good for him.
Maybe he can do the deal, and then be in it.
Good for him. I'd be all about it.
Yeah.
He can't. He lost a lot of weight though last time I saw him. I don't think there's any more truffle shuffling happening. That'd be kind of fun too. He can make fun of him. Like, I'm not doing it, guys. Fuck you guys.
He's like on keto now.
Problematic.
Yeah. Problem. You're right. Problematic. Very problematic. And as you know, like we had Goldie on this show before. Goldie was up for Chunk, and he was supposed to actually beat Chunk. And then his agent.
Great Chunk.
He would have been a great Chunk.
He's a hysterical guy.
Yep. And he lost it because of his agent when he was a kid. So it happens. When you're a kid, you can't really control a lot of stuff. So, but this is moving forward, and I can't wait to have more news upon it. But I know we're excited about it. Bring back the 80s. Bring back the Truffle Shuffle, make it the new dance of the sensation, the 2026 sensation coming back for Truffle Shuffling on the dance floor, and we want more. We want more.
Great part is you're probably right, Brian.
Whoa, Mike. Whoa, Mike.
What's going on over there, Mike?
Mike,
I was Truffle Shuffling, okay? I thought it was appropriate.
Ding dong. Who's there? Mike's nipples.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pepestar needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.